Giving praise to the Most High. On my beard getting fuzzy. It's been at least a month now since I've done a video on this. Just been working, um, being tired as well. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video. Genesis 49, 8 through 12 has nothing to do with Christ, right? I do every now and then I jump on Clubhouse just to see what's going on. And how you doing, Saturday? How you doing, sister? I'm trying to stay up on there. Like I said, I've been tired. I've been working. So it's been a minute. Yeah. It's been too long. You ain't never lied. Yeah. But I wanted to do this video because of I had a conversation with a brother that feel as though that Genesis 49 and 8 through 12 is talking about Christ. And I try to expound to him about Genesis 49 and informing him that Moses never knew nothing about the New Testament, nor did he even speak anything about Christ to come, none whatsoever. So what I wanted to touch on was about the scriptures that talks about David and the Most High. And it's funny, like I said, because when you look throughout the scriptures, the Most High told you to look for him and David. And then all of a sudden you see scriptures where you see David and the Most High both talking and giving prophecies of what's to take place in our time. So I wanted to expound on Genesis 49, 8 through 12, and let that be known that when it says who gonna rouse David up, we talking about the Most High, who's gonna rouse David up in order to bring judgment in this world, right? So the thing is, right, if you look at Genesis 49 and 8, right, I'm gonna go from the beginning, right? Genesis 49 and 8, it indicates, it says, Judah, thou art he, thy brother shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Now check this out, right? When you look at this, right, if you go to 2 Samuel 22, and we can read from the top and inform you that this is David speaking, right? So I'm going to start at 2 Samuel 22, verse 1 to inform brothers and sisters, let you know that this is David speaking in this book and in this chapter in 2 Samuel 22. He said, and David spake unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord had delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies and out of the hand of Saul. So understand this is David talking up in 2 Samuel 22, first verse, right? David made this same statement in 2 Samuel 22 and 41, which was addressed up in here, Genesis 49 and 8, when it says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Now look what David says in 2 Samuel 22, verse 41. He said, thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. David made the same statement, which was prophesied in Genesis 49:8 by Jacob. Because Jacob was the one who told his 12 sons to sit down and let me tell you what's going to happen before you in the last days. So when he made this statement, he told them that Judah shall be praised, right? So right here, we saying, Judah, thou art he whom thy brother shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Again, in 2 Samuel 22, verse 41, he said, thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. And this is what David quoted. This is what he made mention to. So this has nothing to do with Christ. This is not Christ returning. This has nothing to do with Moses prophesying anything about the New Testament now whatsoever. So the thing is this, right? A lot of people is being misinformed about what's going on in the end times, and people is giving false information about what's to take place, right? So now I want to go to Genesis 49:9, and this is showing you who's going to rouse David up in order to take judgment on the world. When Genesis 49:9, it said, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Now, when we go there, we shall go to Hosea. We could go into Hosea 5:4, and it said they will not frame their doing to turn up their well, let's go over there. We're gonna go to Numbers 23, verse 24. Because this is talking about Ephraim. Oh, yeah, we can do it. It said Hosea 5:4 says, they would not frame their doings to turn unto their God, for the spirit of whoredom is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. Hosea 5:14 said, for I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. I will tear and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him. So when you see right here, when he's talking about them coming as a lion, right? Look at Numbers 23 and 24, where it's talking about he stooped as a lion. Right here, Numbers 23, verse 24 said, behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. Numbers 24, verse 9 say he couched. He lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and curses he that curses thee. And we're talking about the Most High. So again, when you talk about Hosea 3:5, it says, look for God in David in the latter days. This is all referring to the Most High and David. Moses never knew nothing about the New Testament, none whatsoever. Again, when we look at Genesis 49:9, it said, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. Numbers 24, verse 9, he couched. He lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee. So this talking about the Most High right here. raising up David, and is raising up the children of Israel, the northern and the southern kingdom. So again, if people being misinformed about the information is because people not taking out the time to read and study for themselves to know what's going on. But right here, when you look at Genesis 49:9, it was said, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? This is talking about the Most High. Numbers 23, verse 24. Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. Numbers 24, verse 9 says, he couched. He lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee. So this is the same person what we said about in Deuteronomy 30, verse 19. The Most High said, I have called heaven and earth to record against you this day curses and blessing, life and death. Choose life that thou and thy son may live, that thou and thy seed may live. And this is the Most High right here in Numbers 24, verse 9. So when you read Genesis 49, verse 9, this is talking about the Most High. It's not talking about nobody else but the Most High raising up David, raising up the children of Israel. So the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And then we already know when it goes back to Jeremiah 23:5, that the Most High said that a righteous branch is going to come unto David right here. Jeremiah 23, and we go read verse 5 and 6, where it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. David comes from the tribe of Judah. You can read Ruth 4:10 through 22. He was born in Ephrathah, Bethlehem. So when you're talking about Genesis 49:10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come. Shiloh. We hear people say the most outrageous thing about Shiloh, and we know Shiloh is a city, not a person. Because if you look at during the time when the temple was first, during the time of Moses, they built the temple right here. Well, I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel 1 and show you that Shiloh is a city and not a person. Because they claim that JC has this name called Shiloh. So 1 Samuel 1, and right here in verse 3 said, I'm going to start from verse 1 to read to 3. It said, now there was a certain man of Ramathaim Zophim of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, the son of Jehoram, the son of Elihu, the son of Tahu, and the son of Zuph and Ephrathite. And he had two wives. The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children. And this man went up out of this city yearly to worship and to sacrifice unto the Lord of hosts in Shiloh. The two sons of Eli, Hophni, and Phinehas, the priests of the Lord, were there. So we see right here, he tells you that Shiloh is a city. It's not a person. And people keep on misconstruing that and trying to take that like it's talking about Christ. Now, Shiloh is a city, and it was called as like the city of peace. Every time when you hear about the Most High, when He gave them rest from all His enemies, they lived in peace. They didn't have to worry about going to war with other nations. They didn't have to worry about their lives being taken and being killed. Right. So Shiloh is a city, not a person. Right. So we see from Genesis 49 and 8, David said that his hand would be in the neck of his enemy, what was quoted out in 2 Samuel 22, verse 41, which what we read out in Genesis 49 and 8. So when we see up in Genesis 49 and 9, it said, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, that was going up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? We see this is talking about the Most High, according to Numbers 23, verse 24, and Numbers 24, verse 9. So Moses never knew nothing about the New Testament, nothing whatsoever. Okay, Genesis 49 and 11, it said, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Now, right here, we talking about David bringing judgment. And this is what you see up in Isaiah 63 when you read about the Most High using David to judge the whole entire world. Isaiah 63. So we will go back and see, binding his foes unto the vine, and his ass coats unto the choice vine. And he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. So we read Isaiah 63. It said, who is this that cometh from Edom with God's garment? From Basra, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that tread in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiments. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, in the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury upheld me. And I will tear down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord, and the praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord hath bestowed on us, and the great goodness toward the house of Israel, which he hath bestowed on them according to his mercies, and according to the multitude of his loving kindness. So this right here, when you read Genesis 49 and 11, you read Isaiah 63, where the Most High is using David to bring judgment on the earth, binding his foes unto the vines, and his ass coats unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Again, Isaiah 63 is, who is that coming from Edom with God's garment from Basra, that is glorious in its apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I that speak in righteousness, mighty to say, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in a winepress. David is bringing judgment and the earth. This has nothing to do with the New Testament. It has nothing to do with Christ. None whatsoever. So people being misinformed about scriptures and context, how things line up, how they're supposed to be understood, to the point is that a lot of people are accepting what other people's analysis is about when it comes to reading the word and knowing that the Most High said the person that deceive you, he's gonna die, and you gonna die for following. So you really got to kind of just pay attention and see things for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people influence you. Now, in Genesis 49:12, there's a scripture that I found in where it speaks about, he said his eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. When it said, who have woe, who have sorrow, who have contention, who have babbling, who have wounds without cause, who have redness of eyes. But also with that, I want to reiterate what it tells you up in Isaiah, right here, in Isaiah 1:17, right? And this way you're talking about where he said, his eyes shall be red with wine and his teeth white with milk. So when you read about this, it's talking about when his eyes is red with wine, he's bringing judgment in the earth. But then when he said his teeth is white with milk, we talking about the saints, where he talking about them being cloaked in white. So this is let me find this one. Isaiah 1:17. Also, what is the my thoughts on the book of Enoch? I'm skeptical about that book due to the fact is that you have a lot of people believing in angels, that like they say when the angels came down and intermingled with the daughters of men. I can't see an angel coming down and having sex with a woman. And so right here, let me just read this right past Saturday. Right here it says Isaiah 1:18, he said, come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. So we seeing what the Most High tell him, say, even though Israel committed sin, he said, I will make you, he will do away with your sins and make you purified. Where he's telling you, said, I will make them white as snow, that your sins will be forgotten. But with this one right here, Sadanaya, the book of Enoch, I don't really take into consideration, because the thing is just like it's if you look up in Deuteronomy 7:1-3, the Most High gave us a law, that we don't supposed to intermarriage with the other nation, because he said that they will turn them away from the Most High. So this what was the thing. So when you hear about the angels that came down and intermingled with the daughters of men, that was talking about Israel intermingling with the other nations. Because you got to understand, the law was only given to Israel. And we look up throughout the time when Genesis 6, it was always the Most High was finding people that he was choosing from the time when he said Abraham was chosen in Genesis 17. Noah was chosen in Genesis 5. You know what I'm saying? These people that the Most High was dealing with during that time, and these people was considered to be the sons of God, especially when you call with Adam, because for you have to understand, Adam did not have a mother but a father who was the Most High, and Adam was created from dust. Adam was a son of God. His line was considered the sons of God. So when you talk about the sons of God that intermingle with the daughters of men, that was talking about the people from Adam's line that was doing this. Right? This is what they was doing, right? So when it talks about in the book of Enoch, I don't really read it. I mean, I do have the book, but I just put that book on my shelf because the fact is that it didn't line up with the scriptures, what the Most High was prophesying, what he was talking about. So I pretty much left that book on the shelf. But now this one right here, also, what is the proper way to seek the Lord in David our King? Check this out. The Most High tell you how to seek him, and each time the Most High tell you how to seek him, it has everything to do with fasting and crying out to the Most High and keeping his commandments. So watch this out tonight. Watch this. We go Isaiah 58, and this is the Most High tell you how to seek him. Right. We could go through numerous of scripture, but this one right here, it says Isaiah 58. It says, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to God. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our souls? This way he's talking about you fasting first, right? He said, and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast that you do this day to make your voice to be heard on high. So this ain't nothing about competition, about who knows more knowledge or none whatsoever. When you fast in to seek the Most High. This is what the Most High is saying. He said, fast ye for strife. He said, wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our souls, and thou takest no knowledge. Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Without call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord? Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let you oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh? Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a water garden, and like a spring of water whose water fail not. And they shall be of thee, shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach. the restores a path to dwell in. And thou turn away from thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob, thy father, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. And see, this is how we seek the Most High right here. When you say the proper way to seek the Most High, He tell you to fast and pray and keep His commandments. And this is how we do it. So the thing is, once you fasting to have the Most High respond to you. You fasting for the Most High to guide you in truth, right? Right here, okay. You said, so are we not supposed to do the commandments but learn them and fast so the Most High will hear us? Check this out, right? When you read Psalms 119, we could go there, and the Most High tells you, so we are to learn the laws of God, and then once you learn the laws, you apply to them. But see, the thing is with the problem with that, the Most High told you what laws was acceptable in your captivity and what laws wasn't, because He told you what He had did away with. So when people talk about keeping the Sabbath and the holy feast days, these and those days, you could read Lamentations chapter 1, Lamentations 2, Hosea 2 and 11, and He showed you that He had did away with the feast days, and people are still trying to do those things. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning it, because the thing is, He telling you, said, we're going to rehearse the righteous acts amongst the inhabitants in Judges 5 and 11. But right here, when you read Psalms 119, we are to learn the laws, but then you got to be obedient to what the Most High said, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Right here. Because a lot of people over here are just like taking it out of context where you said, well, we're going to do the Sabbath, we're going to do the Passover, we're going to do the Feast of Trumpet and so forth. Hold on. I'm telling you how we're supposed to go about keeping the laws. It said, blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep His testimonies and that seek Him with the whole heart. They also do no iniquity. They walk in His ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precept diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart. Where shall I have learned thy righteous judgment? I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed thereto according to the word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy words have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of my mouth, of thy mouth. I rejoiced in the ways of thy testimony as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in the statutes. I will not forget thy word. Deal bountifully with thy servant that I may live and keep thy word. Open thou my eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh forth the longest that it have unto thy judgment at all times. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. Princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. Thy testimonies also are my delight and my counselor. We are to study the laws. And he tells you once you learn the laws, then you apply them to your everyday life. So this is what we're talking about. You can read Psalms 25, so forth. The Most High is telling you that he's teaching you the laws in order to be obedient to his commandments. I don't have no problem with that. We are to learn to keep the commandments. That's the reason why we here, because we wasn't keeping the commandments. Once you learn the law, you got to apply to the law. So that's basically what we're supposed to be doing. Learning the laws and learning to live according to the laws of the Creator. So, but basically, I wanted to put this up for edification about Genesis 49, 8 through 12, that I rather feel as though that Moses prophesied about the New Testament, which is not true. We see Genesis 49 and 8. David quoted the same thing, that his hand would be in the necks of his enemies. And then we see where the Most High rising up David and the people of Israel in Numbers 23, verse 24, and Numbers 24, verse 9. When he talks about the red garments dipped in blood, Isaiah 63. And then we talked about the red eyes and his teeth. We're talking about Isaiah 1, verse 18, and Proverbs 23, verse 29. And if anything else that I could find, I will be more likely to share with you. And basically, I just wanted to put this out for edification, because I just got annoyed with a brother kept on telling me that nowhere in the scriptures would I was going to find that anything that it talks about David's return. Speaking on the cleansing. Now, I don't want to get away from the title, but the thing is, when you talk about the cleansing, basically we're talking about the Most High purifying us, cleansing us about from all the pollutions. Now, when you go up into the scriptures where he tells you in Ezekiel 36, he tells us about Ezekiel Let's go to Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36 speaks about the cleansing. And starting in verse 24, he said, "For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgment and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God." I will also save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourself in your own sights for your iniquities and for your abomination. And this is what the Most High is talking about cleansing. He's talking about sprinkling you with water, and he said he shall clean you from all your filthiness and from all your idols, and I will cleanse you. And he said, I will give you a new heart and a new spirit. And he said he will take away the stony heart. He will do away with he will take away the pride from you. And he said he will put his spirit within you and cause you to walk in the statutes and keep his judgments and do that. So that's why up in was mentioned up in right there in Ezekiel 36, starting at verse 24. And you can read all the way to the end chapter. So, but this basically was a video just for edification about Genesis 49, 8 to 12, that the scriptures that was referred to was dealing with the Most High and David bringing judgment and what's to take place in the end time. So with that being said, thank you again, Sister Saturnaya, for tuning in and asking those questions. I appreciate you. For brothers and sisters that I didn't see, I thank you for chiming in. And hopefully I'll be able to do other videos just as well. But like I said, lately I've been working. I've been tired. I'm still writing. And I'm hoping to finish this couple of books. And once it comes down to that, hey, it is on. It's on. So with that being said, giving praise to the Most High for allowing me to be able to do this video, especially for letting me see another day. And I thank him for letting me be able to see my daughter. And I thank him for letting my daughter be able to spend time with her grandmother. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Again, I'm looking to do some more videos. Right now, I'm still writing, but I'm still working at the same time. So it's been up and downhill, like getting information together to put notes together for information to be displayed on social media. So I thank people for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, get them thumbs up, place your comments. You know what I'm saying? And I just look forward for people to share this video with brothers and sisters for information purposes only. Again, I just hope to see brothers and sisters again, that we may be able to fellowship and reason with each other and come together with the word of God, and hope God make us right. So I'm out.